Welcome to the US Kiss Vinyl Reference YouTube channel. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Alright folks, welcome back to a late episode of the US Kiss Vinyl Reference. I am your host, Mike Stone. Yeah, I had an episode ready to go, folks. I was getting ready to upload it to the tube of views, and the damn file was corrupted somewhere between the time I finished editing it and last night, which when I say last night, I mean Friday, May the 31st. So I am filming this right now, Saturday, June the 1st. I intend on getting this edited and uploaded Saturday, June 1st. So, bear with me. So, we are going to talk about some records today. And I am going to just go ahead and lump the entirety of the late 90s into one episode. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records and my last 45. So I was going to say something else, but I forgot. So go ahead and get yourself settled in, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright folks, welcome back. So, as I said, we're going to cover the late 90s today. Before we get into that though, obviously I'm kind of getting through the catalog pretty quick. Albums are going to run out and I'm going to need shit to do here. So if y'all don't know, I also have an Instagram page that I'm not super active at, and I have a Facebook page for the US Kiss Vinyl Reference that I'm a bit more active than Instagram at, and truth be told, I'm not super active on either one of them, but I do pay attention. So on my Facebook page, I made a post, saying, hey, I'm getting low on episode ideas. I need to pad some shit out. So, I'm open to ideas. I've got a few ideas rattling around up here. A couple of them's going to require me reaching out to people. And one of the ideas I had was maybe like a viewer's questions kind of thing. Forgive me for being a little vibraty here. I've got a AC vent that just kicked on underneath my desk and it's kind of making it all wavy. But a viewer's questions kind of thing, you can ask me, about shit here, about, that big son of a bitch there, and, just as long as it ain't, pertinent information like my social security number or my bank account, not going to give them out. Shit like that. And really, to me, the best hub for all of those kind of comments, questions, concerns would probably be on that Facebook post. They'll get lost in YouTube comments. I'd say the Facebook page is probably the best for all of that stuff. So yeah, if y'all come up with any ideas, go leave me a comment on my Facebook post there. The US Kiss Vinyl Reference Facebook post. Don't try to find my personal page. So anyway, with all of that said, You know, I don't like intend to just go through the catalog and then disappear. That's not what I intend to do, but I do need ideas going forward because, you know, I've only been at this for what, about 5-6 months now, and you know, it's a little too early to like start over. So now, got all that out of the way. The late 90s, I'm talking like 96 forward, you know, picking up from where Alive 3 and Kiss My Ass left off. So we've got Unplugged, we've got You Wanted the Best, we've got Greatest Kiss, we've got Carnival of Souls, we've got Circus. You know, pre-reunion, reunion, the downfall of the reunion. That's what we're looking at here. We're going to close out the 90s decade, the 20th century, and, you know, the second millennium, all of that. So we're going to start off with Unplugged, which Unplugged was the genesis of the reunion, so to speak. So lots of exciting stuff happening around then. I was not a fan when Unplugged first came out. I was not yet a fan. So I have really no recollections of that actual time period and release. You know, my fandom came in between Unplugged and You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best. So starting with Unplugged, you know, I usually start with a promo, and this is going to be probably one of the last U.S. promos. Well, I've got, I think, one more after this, but so you will notice this jacket is a regular jacket, and you will notice that is a sticker covering where the barcode usually is. Promotional copy, not for sale. That's the only promo mark on the jacket. And if I can pull out that poster, it comes with a large poster that I'm going to have to back up for. Alright. Those of you that have the CD, you'll notice that's pretty much what the CD looks like when you open it up, the booklet. So and by now I've told you many times that I use these disc keepers to keep inserts in. This poster pushes the limits of that disc keeper. It's about all it wants. All right. Now we get to the label. So that's just a custom Unplugged label, and I'll give you a minute to look there. You'll see that there is no promotional text whatsoever anywhere on this label. And I will also point out that that's on black vinyl. So the only way that this is marked as a promo is by that sticker on the back of the jacket. I've never seen a yellow vinyl copy that has that promo sticker, and I've never seen either copy that have promotional labels. So this is the only mark you get right there. So if you're in the market for one of them, just kind of be careful there. Alright. Next up is a stock copy. The same thing I just showed, minus the promo sticker right here. Black vinyl, same label, same poster. I don't really see the point of getting it out. But I will point out right here, you notice that there is a barcode here and nothing more. So kind of being cryptic on purpose there. Which brings me to my next copy. So you see there is a barcode there, and underneath there is a small JK02. What that means, I have no idea, but it's different from that one. So, hey. We've got the same poster. It has the same labels on it. But it is on a yellow marbled vinyl. And some of these came with a phone card. Mine did not, so I don't think they all did. I think that was just kind of a limited thing, and there's usually a hype sticker for the phone card. I forget, do I have, yeah, this is the only hype sticker mine had on it, so. And unfortunately, a couple of these albums, when I first got them, I wasn't worried about keeping hype stickers, so I lost a few of them, unfortunately. Had I known then, I would have kept them, but things happen. Alright, next up we have a 2014 reissue from the Kisteria set. Now, this was not exclusive to the set. The jacket looks really close to the same. The main difference is the barcode box is a little thinner. And if you can catch the number on the spine, you know, the catalog number starts with a B00 for the 2014s. And, of course, there's Universal down here, which is not on that one. So, they reissued the poster, which I don't want to get back out. And they updated the label to reflect the 2014 date. So you'll see down at the bottom it says 2014 MTV Networks, the Island Def Jam Music Group. So that's one way to distinguish it from an older copy, and it's on black vinyl. And these are all 2 LP sets, but I don't, if there's nothing special about both discs, I only pull out one, so. And that is Unplugged for the US. Moving on to the very start of my fandom is you wanted the best, you got the best. And basically this is a best of Alive and Alive 2 with a bonus track on the vinyl of was it on the vinyl? Yeah, New York Groove from Australia, I believe. Yeah, Sydney. So this could have been a whole lot more than it ended up being. There's a hype sticker for that one. Now, the hype sticker reads, special bonus interview, Kiss Reunited, and Jay Leno. That's a 17, almost 18-minute interview. They could have put some, like, music on there instead of that. But anyway, includes never before released live tracks and photos from the Kiss vaults. The live tracks, well, we know they're done in the studio. The way I took this hype sticker is that there's also never before released photos in here. There are not. Completely digitally remastered, yay. Collector's limited edition double vinyl. Includes the bonus track New York Groove. So, they did not deliver on the never before seen photos. They kind of delivered on the never before released live tracks. I mean, you know, Room Service, Two Timer, and Let Me Know are supposedly from 1975. Paul's Voice is clearly from 1995. And then you've got Take Me. I think Take Me was the only one, right? Yeah. Take Me was also a unreleased live track. Oh, okay, yeah. Room Service was from Davenport, Iowa, 1975. Two Timer was from Detroit, Michigan in 1975. Let Me Know is from Detroit, Michigan in 1975. And Take Me is from Los Angeles, California in 1977. And Paul's Voice on all of those, and Gene's where applicable, are clearly 90s. So these were re-recorded, touched up, possibly just completely recorded in the studio and added some live noise. So, you know, whatever. So that was kind of a disappointment. You know, I was hoping to see some stuff that I hadn't seen before yet, because I'd had Alive and Alive 2 by this point. So this was just kind of a letdown for me, because I did not care about a 17-minute Jay Leno interview. Didn't care. So, rant aside, this is a album that just does not get much action in my collection. So we have a custom label here, which is the four faces from the front. And then you've got the Kiss logo on the back. It is the same way on record 2. No inserts. You know, I mean, here we are at the cusp of the reunion. Kiss is known for including inserts with their records from the 70s, and no inserts. So, yeah. I mean, if you need to complete your collection, yeah, you're going to want to get this, but it's a letdown otherwise. Now, there is a little small Kiss Army catalog that came with mine. It has just a couple of things, but, I mean, that's just, it's a letdown to me, so. It could have been so much more, because there's 3 tracks that got taken off of Alive 2 that have never seen the light of day, and then there is a ton of unreleased recordings they could have included here, but what are you gonna do? Then got another variation of the album. This is from 2014. This is a Kiss Area exclusive, meaning that It was not available in retail stores. It was the only way you got it was buying the Kisteria set. And it's the same boring packaging. And you get the same custom labels. They mention the 2014 date, so that's how you can tell the two of them apart. But that's that is it for you wanted the best, you got the best. And yeah, the name does, the record does not live up to the title. So that's kind of a little shit stain on the catalog, I think. I mean, we got New York Groove with Eric Carr out of the deal, so I mean, I guess that's okay. But you know, all right. Next up, now the next release was Greatest Kiss. There was not a vinyl release in 1997. The vinyl did not come until 2014. Also with the Kisteria set, and this is also a Kisteria exclusive. So at the time this came out, this was the only version of the record in existence. And for quite a while, and I think maybe even still, this was the most valuable record in the Kisteria set because this was it. So, even though this came out in 97, you know, technically, but yeah, it's a vinyl show, so I keep my records in order of release in my rack. So this title was released in 97, that's where it sits in my rack. So alright, so front and back look familiar to those of y'all that have the CD. I mean, the printing on the front is a little silvery, but not much. And then the record, you can see, looks like the CD. Custom labels there. Now, some copies of Greatest Kiss got a sheet that was a little credits insert sheet. Many copies did not. And I have heard a few recollections from a catalog consultant that, you know, a guy that was working at Universal was using these things as placemats while he was eating lunch during his meetings with them. But for some reason or another, these did not make it into the jackets on all of them. So it's a special little thing if you open up your copy and you find one. So I usually have a rule that I'm not going to show the other side to the insert sheet. But, I mean, if you have the CD, you could pretty much guess what the other side looks like. So, but yeah. If you open yours and you find that insert sheet, you got a good one. So it took me a couple of tries to find it. Well, there, I just showed the damn insert sheet to the other side, didn't I? So I'm not going to go into detail on what's typed on the insert sheet. There we go. But got to do something to keep the counterfeiters at bay. So, yep, that's probably, well, especially with that insert sheet, that's definitely the most valuable record from the Kisteria set. Alright, and then we skip ahead to 2022, and we got a 25-year anniversary version of Greatest Kiss. So the black is flat on the jacket, and as you can see, there's kind of a foily mylar finish to the graphic, and then the back is also kind of a mylar finish. The gatefold, also mylar finish, and also pretty much the insert sheet. So this is I think they called it a Galaxy Swirl colored vinyl. It's basically looks kind of blue, black, clear, all that. And the label has been updated to show the 2022 date. And these were released by Kiss Online. This would have been like the standard edition, so to speak. The 2014 version that I showed is not gatefold. Alright. And then we have a deluxe edition. So this is all embossed right here. The Greatest and the outline of the Kiss logo, that's embossed in silver. And then that's kind of like a, not a mylar finish, but it's real glossy. The back is just a plain back. And then getting to the gatefold, it's the black is flat, and then like your pictures here are glossy. So just a little bit of a treatment there to the jacket. And we have picture discs. This was limited to 500 pieces. So there is side A, and then side B, the Alive album cover. I don't understand why they did that. Put that back in there. Alright. Then the side C. And side D. So yeah, I can see putting group pictures on there, but yeah, just the album cover for Alive, I don't understand why that got included. So that is Greatest Kiss from the U.S. And then next up, also a record that was originally released in 1997, but not on vinyl until 2014, Carnival of Souls. And this was a confusing record because Kiss is in all the magazines, wearing makeup, back with Ace and Peter, all this. Got a vinyl record out commemorating the whole reunion thing, and then this comes. Not saying that that's a bad thing. I enjoy the actual shit out of this lineup here. Bruce Kulick is one of my favorite guitar players, so. But it was just kind of a head scratcher at the time because their full-on reunion. But now that I'm a bit older and have been able to read backwards about it, I guess this was heavily bootlegged. It got leaked out somehow, and they was just beating the bootleggers to the punch, basically. So Carnival of Souls, kind of a boring package. It is just a jacket and a record. I mean, there's a plain white inner sleeve in there, but that's it. That's pretty much all the material that they had. So there is your custom label for Carnival of Souls. All right. And yeah, there's not much more to it than that. And in all fairness, the CD release was just as boring. So from what I understand, when the Hysteria set was being put together, which this is part of, not an exclusive, but a part of. But from what I understand, when Hysteria was being put together, they wanted to get as close to the original release as possible. So, being that there was no original release for this, they had to kind of look at, you wanted the best, you got the best, or something else from that time period, and it just comes up with a boring release. Alright. Next up is a record that was released in '98, but did not get a vinyl release until Hysteria came along. And that is Psycho Circus. As you can see with that lenticular cover there, it kind of reminiscent of the CD. Psycho Circus did get a custom printed inner sleeve with the lyrics on the back and then the non-lenticular image there. And the record alright. Record, there's your custom label there. And then I'm going to show side 2 and make a note that the text on the bottom is upside down. So I'm making a note about that, probably because I'm about to show a different side 2. So yes, that lenticular cover, when I first got I actually bought this before I bought Hysteria, so yeah, that lenticular cover was definitely a selling point for me. So a couple of years later, Psycho Circus went out of print, and then it went back into print. They did another run of it with just a plain 2D cover. It's not lenticular or anything. It has the same inner sleeve, which is kind of redundant now because it's the exact same picture as the front cover. Alright, it's got the same labels pretty much, but on side 2 there, you can see that the text on the bottom is the right direction now. So just a little variation there. While I'm putting that up, I'll put the two of them together so you can see them side by side. And then last year, 2023, we reached 25 years of this album being a thing, which doesn't seem like it's been that long ago, but apparently it has been. So, looks similar to the jacket that I just showed, but the letters, this is all glossy up here. The rest of it's flat. So they did a little sweetening to the jacket. Inner sleeve looks familiar. The inner sleeve does have the updated 2023 date on it. And the vinyl is a metallic silver looking vinyl. And it's kind of translucent, so it's kind of hard for me to show that it's actually silver. But just think of like the debut that I just did, the unboxing. Yeah, that's the silver version of that pretty much. And the label has the 2023 date on it as well. And it's got a metallic hype sticker on it. Alright. And then also in 2023, that's the standard edition. There's a limited edition picture disc. So you can see that's got a foil-ish finish to it. And then we're glossy here, and then these graphics are kind of glossy. Same on the back, you can see it's kind of foilish. And it is a slip case. So the slip case holds the jacket, which the jacket is the same for the silver vinyl. So the slip case is what sets it apart. We have the same inner sleeve. And it was released as a limited 500 worldwide picture disc. So there is Circus for the US. And I forget which titles, most of them anymore now are, but you know, in the beginning it wasn't always so, but a lot of them forced you to buy like a t-shirt or something with the record, a forced bundle. There was one of these came with a t-shirt and the other one came with a hoodie. I actually quite like them, so I enjoy getting the clothes with the record, because I probably wouldn't buy the stuff otherwise, but since they're bundling them with the records, you know, it works. So that is Psycho Circus. That is also the late 90s on LP. So I said I had a 45. I have my last 45. So this is not tied to any of the albums that I showed, but it is tied to the time period. So we know about the Detroit Rock City movie. So on the soundtrack, the Donnas did a cover of Strutter, and Kiss has Detroit Rock City on the soundtrack. So this is a split 45. On clear vinyl, you have the Donnas with Strutter on the A side, and then on the other A side, because it's a double A side, you have Kiss with Detroit Rock City. So it's just a fun little 45 to have, not hard to find or anything like that, but I actually quite like the Donnas and have since around this time, so I'm quite familiar with them, but they may have been a little new to some folks in 1999, so there's my last 45 in my collection. This one is in the very back of my rack. Every 45's in front of it, so now we are officially at the end of an era, because I will not be showing any more 45s unless I do an episode on the singles box set, which is very damn possible. So with that is the end of the 90s, and I'm going to get this thing edited real quick and hopefully out to you by Saturday afternoon, early or mid. So I appreciate you watching, and please go to my Facebook post and drop those questions and comments and suggestions and whatnot. Like I said, I'm running out of ideas here, so I've got a couple in the can that I'm rattling around, but I'm always open to other ideas. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.